Are your family members also fighting for the TV remote like this? Well, the solution is here, my friends. In this video, we will learn how you can create your own media server. Let's get started. Do only content creators create content? Do only movie makers create movies? No, everybody creates these things today with their cell phones. You just have a video of your trip, you have a video of your concert you attended, you have videos with your friends and families, and you just want to share it around with everyone in your family, with your friends. But you wonder, okay, I created a movie, now do I need to move around with a pen drive everywhere where I want to showcase my skills? Of course, you can do that, but there is a cooler option wherein you can have a media server of your own and share it across your different devices for free. You can now share your content across your media server, which is your own, without having a subscription of Netflix or Amazon Prime, or for that matter, any other platform, and that too for free. Your family members might enjoy watching the same content, but they are still waiting for you to give them that auspicious moment when you can share the remote of the TV, or rather they can share it with you and then you can watch it. You don't need to worry about that anymore. Everyone in your family can view the same content, the same movies across their own favorite devices, that too for free. In this video, we will learn about how you can create your own media server. In my previous video, you would have seen how you can create a VM, how you can create an NAS. Now we will go one step ahead and we will create a media server. Do follow my content if you haven't seen this already, but now in this video, we will go one step ahead and help you create your own media server just like Netflix and Amazon, but for free. Let's get started. Alright, so the first step to start is you need to open up your VM, and in the previous video, you would have seen we have created a NAS inside of our VM. So the first thing before you even start your VM and the NAS repository is to go on to the settings, and under the configurations, you would have to go onto the display and turn on the GPU acceleration. And then you would need to assign the graphics memory from 256 to 1 GB. Hit on OK and save it. So after your VM is started, now you would need to copy the IP address of your NAS and open a browser and log into your NAS using the root user. So once you're into your dashboard, you would need to go to plugins and then create a pool for your NAS. Once you create a pool name, assign a disk space. So you can see already it has a capacity which I've predefined previously. And now I'm going to add it to right of my screen using the arrow. And then I'm going to force create it. Now your pool is created successfully. Now you would need to go back to plugins, and under plugins, you can now select a pool which we just created, choose it, and now you can start with the Plex Media Server installation. Remember, you need to select the Plex Media Server installation and not the beta version. Hit on install, and now you need to define a jail name. Remember, we created a jail previously while configuring our FTP. It's kind of a container. Now here, under the protocol, you need to select NAT and then hit on save. This would take about a few minutes to install. Do not worry if it takes longer. Just sit back tight until it takes the process through the installation. So now your plugin is installed for Plex. Now you would need to close this and go on to your jail. You need to stop your jail now, and thereafter go on to the edit option, and you would need to change the protocol from NAT to DHCP. Hit on save. Now go back to plugins and restart your Plex jail once again. Now your Plex jail is up and running, as you can see under the status, and now you can see the IP which has just been created for your Plex. Now once you see the status is up and running, you would need to go to storage, and under pools you need to create a data set. Click onto the top menu, which is your dedicated pool, and then add a new data set. You can name it as per your convenience and hit on submit. Now once you have configured your data set, you need to go onto the services and scroll down to the option which says SMB. You now need to turn on this feature and select start automatically. Now after you have done that, you need to go back to accounts and you need to create a user. Remember, this user would be a Plex user. So we need to add another user. You can name the user as you want to. And now under the directories and permissions, you need to scroll down to the Plex media folder location under IO cage. Now, once you select that, you can see the file path getting populated, and you have to assign the group permission and the other permissions for right. Click on those checkboxes and hit on submit. We need to go under the groups option now, and here we need to add members to the groups. Once you're done adding these 3 users, hit on save. Now, once your group is created, you can see that here it says event sudo is no. So for you to know, sudo is super user permission. Now under that, you need to click and edit. And here we will allow the sudo permissions, which is basically the super user permission. And also we need to add the Samba authentication. Now you can see your permission to the super user is changed to yes. So from the groups, you need to go on to sharing, and under sharing, you would need to select the Windows Shares SMB. Now here you have to add a Windows share and configure the path of the file or the folder wherein you would want to place your media in a later stage. Click on submit. And now we would go on our desktop. So we are here in the Plex media folder, which we just created using our NAS. And we are going to place some movies, videos, music, and photographs, whatever you want to view using the Plex media server. So now you can see all your files are copied onto the folder. And now we will go back to our true NAS, and here we would go on to the plugins, and under plugins, now it's time to turn up the service. And there is your IP that you need to copy and paste it onto your browser to access your own Plex media server. So here we have a new browser. We just paste the IP address of the Plex server into this, and there you go, your own personal media server, which is no way less than a Netflix or an Amazon Prime subscription. Here, you can provide your credentials like continue with Google or any of the email ID of your choice. I'm going to provide my username and password. Okay, and here is some beginning tips for you how the Plex works. And here are further options to enhance your viewing experience, which are kind of paid, but don't worry, you can still do it all for free on whatever configuration we did so far. And here's an option which says allow me access to my media outside my home. Well, you can click on this and you can access your server, your own Plex server from anywhere, even outside your network. We are not going to select this. We're going to deselect it and we are going to provide our own name over here. All right, so the next step is to add libraries. Now we would select the movies from here, and here we're going to add our library. So under add library, click on movies, select the language, which is by default is English anyways, hit on next. Now you need to browse for your media folders, which has your movies. I will just go back and select media from the directories. And here you can see all the folders that you just copied from your local machine onto your Plex media server directory. So I'm going to select movies from here and then hit on add. So your library is completely added now. And I'm going to add some TV shows. And this is kind of creating your genres differently for your movies, for your music, for your TV shows, for your pictures and all of that. So I'm just going to configure each one of these. So once you're done setting your directories, adding your libraries, you might bump into an error screen, which you see on my screen right now. You don't need to worry about this. Just click on don't show this again and continue. So you can see on the top right corner, the activity is going on, which is basically syncing your libraries, and it's just syncing it with the server. So I'm going to test out a music right here, which we just synced. Okay, so there we have it. Now I'm going to go on to my YouTube section, and you can see one of my short videos I've added just about here. Well, that's pretty cool. So now we are going to test the Plex app through our cell phone. For that, you need to go to your Google Play Store and download Plex app. This would take about a few seconds, and once it's done, click on open and the Plex will redirect you for a free sign up. After you have done that, the Plex will redirect you to a menu to choose different streaming options. You can skip it for now, but we need to make a small change into the settings. So head on to your home tab to the top left corner and go on to the gear icon on the top right. for settings, and under advanced settings, you need to select the manual configuration for the connection for the IP address given by the NAS once the Plex was being launched in the previous step. So now we are going to provide our IP address for the Plex for it to recognize the correct IP which we have set up for our own media server. Once you're done with it, click on OK, and now you have complete access to your own media server. And this is how easily and seamlessly you can have your own media server built and distributed across your different devices, be it your PC, be it your television, or be it your cell phone.